Hey everyone, my name is Chloe and welcome to day 12 of VLOGMAS. So if you have not seen one of these videos, what I did is at the beginning of the year, I asked my mom to wrap up 24 books that just made her think of me. Either she wanted me to read for some reason because they're significant to her, or she saw them and just thought of me, or she kind of wanted to challenge me, whatever the case may be. So then what I'm going to do in this video is unwrap it. So it's going to be a little book review, a little unboxing, a little flashback because I am filming this in the past, and a little vlog. So let's just chat. So today is Sunday, July 10th, and it is still the middle of the summer. My oldest daughter has started t-ball, and she is just like a rock star. She takes tennis lessons, and so she is like just naturally really good. Like they translate really well to t-ball. So she is like not wanting to hit off the tee. So she's like 4-year-old coach pitch, and she's rocking it. But it's at 8:30 in the morning on Saturdays, and it's like 20 minutes from our house. I-9 Sports. I don't know if I think it's a nationwide thing here in the United States. And we have been so not impressed with I-9 Sports. This is our third time trying to have a sport with them. We signed up for soccer and they canceled it twice. And now we're finally in t-ball, and the first practice there was no coach, so nothing happened. And then now my husband is coaching, as well as a couple other parents that just stepped up, and it's a mess, but it's so much fun. But it eats like our entire Saturday morning because it's 8:30 to 9:30. Then since Jeremy's coaching, it's like by the time we get out of there, it's 10. And then by the time we get home, it's 10:30. And you guys, it's just a thing. And I'm 25 weeks pregnant. It's hot as the dickens, and it's humid as all get out. And I think I've said this in other vlogs, but like I've never been pregnant in the summer. And if I ever have control over it, I won't be pregnant in the summer again because this is a doozy. I'm so grateful for this pregnancy, but whew, it is getting me good. So still pretty nauseous, still lots of headaches, all the things. But otherwise, everything is pretty good. There's really nothing to report. We're about to go swimming on Sunday. We've been doing like afternoon church, so then in the morning we can swim, and that's great. This morning I made a ton of stuff. Like I feel like I need to like pat myself on the back because I got up before the kids, worked out, got them ready, fed them, and then I made like energy balls or whatever you call them, like no-bake energy balls. I made, what did I make? Pancakes for the week, peanut butter banana pancakes that we can have for the week. What else? I made protein bars, which is something like I am living on. Like if I could eat nothing but protein bars and chips, like I would be really happy with that this pregnancy. And then I made, what else did I make? I can't even remember. Oh, I made muffins and I made dinner rolls because on Sundays we always grill. And so we are having burgers on homemade dinner rolls. So fun times. That's what I've done this morning. Now I'm filming, and this is 3 minutes that you guys will never get back in your life. Sorry for that. And thank you for watching. But my daughter is outside with my husband. They are building shelves in our garage, and I've been letting her pick the books from the stack of my mom's books, and she's like, every time she is determined to get the largest book she can find. So she's outside, so I went and grabbed this tiny little thing. Like, how cute is this? So little. So I'm gonna open it and hope it's just like a pocket of fun. So let's open it. Okay, it's a pink back, and it's obviously like mass market. Best-selling author of the True North series. I don't think I've read that. I don't know who that is. I see a little former foster kid. Oh, I know what this is. Just a Heartbeat Away by Cara Bastone. So I have never read this author, but I have heard so much about this book. And I think it's like a student or a teacher and her student's father, single dad. Newly widowed dad Sebastian Dorner was unraveling at the edges until his son's teacher, Via de Rosa, threw him a lifeline. Now, 2 years later, they reconnect at Maddie's new school, and an inconvenient but unmistakable jolt of attraction crackles between them. But why does the first person to spark with Sebastian in years have to be a millennial? Is 20-something Via really too young for him, or does 40-something Sebastian just feel too dang old? Former foster kid, Via's finally forged the stable life she's always dreamed of. The last thing she needs are rumors about her and the single dad, but she's drawn to him. Capable worn flannel orbit. Oh, this is so funny. Sebastian, Maddie, and even their dog Krabby. So they're trying to ignore the tension threatening their friendship. Okay, this sounds good, and I've heard nothing but praise. So it's kind of a long one, almost 400 pages, but it's a mass market 400 page, so I bet this will go pretty quick. I just think it's funny too. So we just did a gender reveal that we are having a third girl, and I am out of girl names. I'm out of girl names. And one of the names that we considered for Annie that is kind of in the hat this time is Matilda, and calling her Maddie. And I wonder if this book will ruin that because it's a little boy named Maddie. I don't know. If this kid is terrible, it might ruin Maddie for me. If it's not, then it might not. But yeah, I'm really excited to read this. And yeah, thank you, Mom. Hey, everyone. So I have finished Just a Heartbeat Away. And part of this, I think, is like my kind of anti-romance stance right now, where I'm just not really in the mood for a straight romance. And so I'm giving this like 3.5 stars. I liked it. I don't think I'll remember it for very long. And it's just, okay, so let's talk about what it's about. So it's about Via, I think was her name, and Sebastian, and they call him Seb. And so they first meet. Via is his son's pre-K teacher, and he had just lost his wife at that time and just was like not doing a great job figuring out how to take care of a kid and all that kind of stuff. So she like kind of called him out and gave him some tips and like a list of things to kind of help him to take care of his kid. So, okay, great. And now it's not many years later, a few years later, and they find themselves both like working at the same school. And I was so confused. Like, she's the guidance counselor and he volunteers, I guess, in the like cafeteria, but he like goes to all the staff meetings and stuff, which I mean, I have taught and like that never was the case, but maybe I'm just misunderstanding. And like I think he also helped coach soccer. Maybe I made that up. I don't really know. And like just I don't know. His role there made not a lot of sense. It was just like he had to be there for them to like run into each other, which whatever. But so now the kid's a little bit older. He's figured it out. He's like a really great dad. And he's like the heartthrob of the school. All the moms think he's like Mr. Studley and he's single and all that kind of stuff. So whatever. They don't instantly strike up any sort of relationship, but they do sort of become friends. And then, of course, it turns into more. And I love single dad stories. I love stories about teachers. So you would think I would be like really endeared to one of these characters or the other. And I really just wasn't. And part of the reason is because Via has a boyfriend that is like, she's really not feeling it, and yet she doesn't leave the relationship until she starts having feelings for somebody else. And I really don't like that. Like, just do your thing, girl. Like, irregardless of another guy or not. And I don't know. And like the guy was clearly not for her. He was like this artist that was living off his parents with no ambition, and she like her aura. Her friend is really big into auras and stuff. Her aura was always blue and lonely, and so it's like, clearly this isn't a good fit. And I guess Sebastian gave her the courage to finally leave. Whatever. So I don't like that. And that immediately is like, ugh, girlfriend, I don't really care about you. The other thing that bothers me is like this was 75% a sweet romance or a clean romance. And then all of a sudden, like when they like started being together, it was pretty steamy, which just felt like out of place. And I personally like don't love steam anyway, but this one, it just felt like, okay, so we've gotten to know Sebastian, this sweet dad, like Mr. Loving, and then like hearing dirty things come out of his mouth, I was like, ew, like this just doesn't feel right to me. So I think I'll probably give it 3 stars. It was fine. I would read more from this author. And like I said, I enjoyed my time reading it for the most part, but I definitely won't remember it for very long. There was nothing that like emotionally drew me to the story. It was all just okay. So those are my thoughts. I was really excited about this one, so can't blame anybody but myself. So those are my thoughts, and let me know what you think if you've read this book. And thank you so much for watching this Vlogmas mess. I will see you tomorrow.